Welcome to our restorative stretch today. I always like to remind you all that that this is for you to feel good. So don't take it too seriously. Stay comfortable. Stay aware of your breathing patterns. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Make it yours, and have nearby whatever you need. If you need a cushion to sit up, we'll be in that position for a little bit. And if you need something for your knees, if we get on the knees, we'll hold the positions a little bit, but then we'll have a comfortable flow. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. I always like to say, pick up one side of your sits bones, pick up the other side of your sits bones, and be a little forward and just find that place for yourself. If this is not comfortable, then you can sit with your legs any other way. Okay, and let's place your hands right on top of your thighs, close to your knees, and bring attention to your torso, to your upper body. So instead of sinking into your lower back, find a comfortable lift and relax your shoulders. Hands again, like I said, on your knees, and we're going to just go through a few breathing moments here, bringing that awareness. So if you want to close your eyes, go ahead. And we're just going to be with the breath for a few moments, inhaling and exhaling. All right. And if you close your eyes, go ahead and gently open them. And let's bring your hands just comfortably along the sides, all right? And we're going to take a deep breath, inhale. And as you do that, you're going to start lifting your shoulders. As you inhale, you're going to lift your shoulders all the way up towards towards your ears. Hold it for a moment. And then on the exhale, a gentle draping, and just let them go. Right, stay tall through the crown of the head. Inhale and lift those shoulders up, 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 up. Kind of hold it for a few seconds, and then, yeah, let's try that again. Inhale. Last one, here we go. Inhale. And bringing your hands right back. Here, we're going to do a few seated cat-cows. Easy. You're going to relax through your sternum. You're going to, bring your chin gently in the direction of your chest. Hold on to your knees. Tuck that tailbone under. Sink that front body towards your back body, right? And then on that inhale, just shift your torso forward. Loop those shoulders and lift yourself back into that upright position. Find your way through this. All right, so here we go. On that exhale, navel gently towards your back. Hold on, your arms are extended. And now on the inhale, bring your torso forward, lift your chest, and relax your chest. All right, let's try that again. And again, on that exhale, tailbone under. And on the inhale, lift and find your place again. So we're lengthening, right? We're thinking very tall through the crown of the head and gently relaxing that tailbone. All right, keeping the ribs lifted. Let's go for a little bit of neck movements here, okay? So keeping your chin relaxed. I'm not bearing down with my chin. Imagine you have an invisible little, support here. And so your chin is relaxed. You've got that peripheral vision. And we're going to turn your head and don't think of shoulders. Think of turning the head from that first cervical, right? So it's a gentle looking over. I'm going to look over to my right. I'm keeping myself, right, carefully relaxed here with my shoulders. And then I'm going to come back to the center slowly. I'm going to take a breath, inhale, and I'm going to look in the other direction. I'm looking over to my left. My shoulders are still draped. And gently come back to the center. Let's repeat that and add a little bit of another movement there. So I'm going to look over to the right. And I'm just going to drop my chin towards that side, towards that right, area of my shoulder collarbone. Just kind of drop it a little bit. Take care with that. And then pick up your chin and come back to the center. And I'm going to turn to look to the other side, to my left. And as I look to my left, just release your chin. Just release your chin towards that side. Yeah. And then pick up your chin and come back. Breath. Okay. And now let's tilt. So I'm going to tilt my neck towards that right shoulder. So that ear kind of coming in the direction, but I'm keeping my shoulders relaxed. I just want to feel whatever's going on. And then gently come back. And I'm going to breathe into that, right? Ear towards that shoulder. And come back again. Let's repeat that, adding on. I'm going to tilt my right ear towards that right shoulder. I'm going to take my right hand and I'm just going to drape it over that side. Yeah, don't force anything. Just allow that movement to happen. And now take your left hand and reach it slightly back. Yeah. And breathe into that without forcing anything. Feel whatever is going on that left side. Take another breath, inhale. And on the exhale, gently and slowly come back. Breath. Let's tilt. I'm tilting towards that left shoulder. And then I'm going to bring that left arm. And I'm going to bring my right arm slightly back, and I'm just going to be with that gentle stretch. Yeah. And then very gently release, right? And now let's drop the chin towards your chest. Stay lifted, stay nicely relaxed in your shoulders, and just gently release your chin in the direction of your chest. You don't have to touch it. And now let's just swing to the right, kind of leading with your chin towards the left. A few of those. Just being aware of, any little noises, that's going on in the neck. Let's do one more to one side. And then to the other side, center, and pick up your chin and tall. Let's do one more thing. Tip of your nose, all right? Tip of your nose. Let's start little circles. Tip of your nose in one direction. Keep it small. Keep it, like saucer size. And let's reverse it to the other direction, okay? Yeah. Come back to center. Now let's make bigger, right? Maybe dinner plate size. And in one direction. That's it. And center and reverse it in the other direction. That's it. Good. Yeah. Let's roll those shoulders up. And again, drape them down. All right. A few of those. Inhale up. And then, and again, inhale. Oh, yeah. Sounds are permitted. Good. Last one. There we go. Good. And let's bring that right fingertip towards the tip of that shoulder. Okay. And your other hand, left hand, along the side. And I'm going to just do a little stretch here. So I'm bending that left elbow and I'm just stretching through this side, right? Yeah, that whole right side. And come back to the center. All right, let's do the other side. So fingertips on top of that shoulder, right hand on your mat. And all we're doing is stretching, breathing into that whole side. Yeah. And come back in. Now let's bring both. And take a deep breath, inhale. And on the exhale, bring those elbows towards each other. Round out your upper back. Sink that belly button towards your back. Relax your chin towards your chest. And now on the next inhale, let's open out. And let's lift the chest a little bit, maybe an upper back arc, right? A small upper back arc. Let's repeat that on the exhale. Sink the front body. Yeah. Feel those upper back muscles nice and wide. Now inhale. Lift. Oh, yeah. One more. Here we go. Exhale. And let's inhale. And center. Yes. And now let's add a little circular movement. Lift, open, and down. Inhale, open, exhale, down. Inhale. Find your way through this. Yes. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale. Now let's reverse it. Think of the tip of the elbow slightly back, up and around. Check in that whole shoulder girdle area, right? That movement. Yes. Good. And again, inhale. Stay with the breath. Last one. Oh, yeah. Good. Breath. Right? And let's find your thoracic area, bottom of the rib cage. Go ahead and feel that. Yeah. And let's do a little rotation left to right. And just hold on. Just be there. Just feel that. My hips are staying in place. My belly is relaxed. I'm just a gentle rotation. Come through the center and a gentle rotation, right? Yeah. And center. Good. And now as I rotate, I'm going towards the right. I'm going to bring my left hand on top of my right knee. I'm going to bring my right hand slightly behind. You can bend that elbow, stay lifted, and now just look behind you. Let's take 2 or 3 breaths here and just feel that rotation. Inhale and exhale. Stay tall out of the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. One more. Oh, yes. And then come back through. And on that rotation right to left, I'm bringing my right hand on top of that left knee. And I'm going to bring my left hand slightly behind it and look over. Relax those knees. Yes. Breath. That's it. Good. And then come back to the center. And again, right? A little relaxed. And now here we go. Let's exhale again and bring those arms in, forward. And now inhale and open and lift. Yes. And again on that exhale, scoop in. Yes. And inhale, open. Good. One more. And again, exhale. And inhale. Leave the arms now slightly behind you. Let's lift one arm and now slide the other one. And again, let's take a deep breath into that right side. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathe into that side. Inhale, long through the crown of the head. Yeah. And exhale, and let's come back through. Yeah. And now the other arm to where you can, right? And again, let's reach out and take a moment. Feel this movement right through. Breathe into that side. Yeah. One more breath. Inhale. and exhale. All right, good. I'm going to extend my right leg out on an angle or in front, whatever works for you. But as you do that, try and make sure that you're still seated well on your sits bones and that you're upright. And I'm going to extend that leg. I'm going to flex that foot, right? So that leg is heavy on the mat to where you can, all right? And now I'm going to reach sideways again, and I'm going to again breathe into that side. I'm extending that right arm towards my leg, towards my ankle, to wherever, and just feel that stretch. Take another breath. Now let's add that rotation. Gentle. I'm coming around, right? And now I'm going to reach both hands to wherever, your knee, your shins, your ankles, your toes, wherever it is. Keep that opposite hip down. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And then come back up. And let's change legs. All right. So I'm going to extend my other leg. Right. Find the place. You might have to maybe rotate a little bit and find your sits bones. Yes. There we go. And keep extending nice out of your heel so that that leg is heavy. And here we go. And I'm going to reach left, right, to left. And I'm going to slide that hand to where I can, but I'm bringing my attention to that whole side. Sink that navel gently towards your back. Let's take another breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's start rotation. Bottom of the rib cage. I'm bringing it towards that leg. And again, to wherever you can. And feel those shoulders. Relax. Take another breath. Inhale. Ah, good. And let's come back up. And now let's extend the other leg. So now we have both legs extended. Yeah. Good. And reach out through the heels, toes up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we're there. We're nicely lifted. Here we go. Let's do a gentle swan dive. So I'm leading with my sternum, with my chin. I'm hinging from my groin area. I'm hinging. I can't hinge anymore. Let's fold in. Fold in, and wherever your hands land, that's where they should be, right? I'm not looking at my sternum. I'm just looking in the area around where my feet are so that the back of my neck is long. And let's take another breath. Inhale. Ah, yeah. And again, inhale. Good. And exhale. And now let's extend the arms right there in the center, right? And see if you can maybe go a little deeper. If not, totally fine. Bend your elbows. Good, good, good. Breath. And then just roll yourself up. Roll yourself up. Bend your knees, right? Bring the soles of your feet together if you can, right? Just there. Let's say hello to our toes. So I'm going to grab my big toe with my index finger, with my thumb, maybe with my middle finger, and very gently just kind of bring the big toe towards you. Pull it apart from your other toes. Yeah? Yeah, there we go. And now reach it away. And now create little circular movements for yourself. And in the other direction. Yeah, just waking up our feet, right? Good. And now let's grab the second toe. Again, I grab it with my index finger, my thumb, maybe my third. And again, I'm pulling it away from the other toes. And then I'm pulling it away in other directions and creating just movement, circular movement. Figure that out. Yeah. And now I'm going to grab my third toe. Same thing. Pull it apart from the fourth toe, bring it up and down, create little circles in each direction. Yeah. And let's go to our fourth. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah. You know, our toes do not get much attention. So we do need. And now let's go for our pinky toe and pull it now apart from the rest of the toes, right? And then create little circular movements. Good. And now with your hands, grab your toes and crunch them. Pull, yeah, a good crunch in my toes. And then pull them apart. Grab the inside, yeah. Yeah, and just, that's right, good. And now just find your arches, right? And your heels, and just a little massage, right? A 2-second massage, basically. That's right. Yeah, there we go. Good. That's it. And then, good. So now we're ready to sit on an angle. I'm going to sit kind of, you know, facing in one direction. I'm going to keep my knees bent. I'm going to find my seat again. So now you're on the mat. If you had anything that you were seated on, you can eliminate that. And now you're just seated. That's it. And we're holding right underneath your thighs. And we're going to, again, loop the shoulders. So we're bringing in everything that we were becoming aware of in terms of lifting, in terms of your breath, in terms of your neck. Relax. Let's extend that left leg down. Yeah. Okay. And think about lengthening. Think about reaching those toes up towards the ceiling and keeping that length. And then grab the leg and bring it back in. And let's extend the other leg. Slide that heel on the mat and feel that leg long. Toes up towards the ceiling. Yes. Good. And breath. And let's extend the left and let's extend the right. Now, if this is very uncomfortable for you, then soften the knee so that you can sit upright. Okay, always modify. I'd like for you to be able to stay upright. Let's go for a little forward fold, right? And if your knees are slightly bent, relax the back of the neck, relax your shoulders. Take a breath or two. Yeah. Good. And then slide your hands up your legs. Bend one knee, bend the other knee, holding on to your sides. Bring your buttocks towards your heels. Bend one elbow, bend the other elbow. And let's come on to your back. There we are. Okay. So let's scan the body again, just like we did when we were seated. So let's start with your feet. Pick up one foot, pick up the other foot. Yeah. Pick up one foot, pick up the other foot. And then imprint your feet well. Now see if you can lift your toes. All of your toes, not your toe mounts. Press through your toe mounts, right? And just see if you can pick up your toes. And as you pick up your toes, you're going to feel your arches, you're going to feel your heels, you're going to feel the rest of the foot. And then relax your toes. Yeah. Knees are up towards the ceiling, right? Hip distance apart. And now bring your attention to your pelvis, to your pelvic rim. I like to bring all my 4 fingers forward and my thumb slightly behind, right? And just feel my pelvic rim. And now I'm going to start tilting and moving. And I want to tilt the whole pelvis towards my thighs. And as I tilt towards my thighs, I'm going to overarch my back, my lower back. You feel that? And now I'm going to tilt it. I'm bringing it, I'm tilting it, let's say, towards the bottom of my rib cage, right? Top of the pelvis, towards the bottom of the rib cage. What happens there? I'm over imprinting breath. Let's add the breath. So here we go. On an inhale, I'm tilting the pelvis towards my thighs. And on an exhale, I'm tilting, right? And I'm sinking that navel deep towards my back. I'm over imprinting. One more time. I'm going to inhale, overarch my lower back. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I'm going to tilt I'm going to extremes, and I'm going to tilt it in the other direction, over imprinting. Relax your lower back. Let's find that neutral position, okay? So just be aware where you are now in terms of your pelvis. Now bring your attention to your ribs and go ahead. I like to always, check physically. I touch my rib cage. I want to feel that my mid back is nice and wide on my back. Yeah. And then the bottom of the rib cage is relaxed. So I'm not overarching my mid back. My mid back is nice and wide. Now bring your attention to your shoulder blades, okay? And we did that sitting. Let's go ahead and lift your shoulders again up towards your ears. And then drape them down your back. Kind of walk your fingertips as if you wanted to touch your heels, and feel that your shoulder blades are gently imprinted on the mat. Arms by your side. And let's turn your head to the right. And center, and turn your head to the left, and center. Relax your chin, relax your sternum, and we're thinking the spine. We're thinking very long through the crown of the head in one direction, and very long through the tip of that tailbone in another direction. We're just creating spacing in that spine. Yeah, there we go, good. And now let's slide that left leg down on the mat, slowly, right? Gently. Keep extending, keep extending. Keep your other knee facing the ceiling. And imagine that leg is growing out of your hip, right? And as you do that, can we relax your belly? Yeah. Can you relax your ribs? Can you keep the rest of your body relaxed? Yeah. Let's float that leg up. Now imagine the air is very, very thick. I always use that same image, but I'm going through thick air, but I want to float that leg up. But I'm very imprinted through my right foot. I'm just floating that leg up to where I can. And if the knee is bent, that's where it should be, right? So whether you can keep the leg straight or slightly bent, can you stay in that neutral position? Don't collapse. Find that neutral position and be there, okay? And right there, let's do little circular movements, because I want to just check in with my hip. I want to see how that feels. And again, tiny circular movements. Nothing else is moving. Let's reverse that. Tiny circles. We're saying hello to the different parts of our body, yet bringing nourishing awareness and oxygen. Good. And now bend the knee. Bring the ankle, okay, over towards the other thigh. So I'm going to allow that foot to lay on the top of that right thigh, close to the knee. My foot is slightly flexed. Okay, my knee, let's bring that knee towards your chest. Bring it in. Bring it towards you. And now just allow it to drop away from your chest. Okay, try that again. Inhale. And again, here's that movement in the hip. Exhale, no forcing. Inhale. Let's try that one more time. And then just let it drop. Just let it be there. Just drop. And be aware. Okay, where am I? Where am I on my mat? Where am I in my body? Where am I with my breath? Let's cross that leg completely. Now, like if you're sitting, you're going to cross it, right? And you're just going to, maybe something is going on this side, maybe not. My arms are by my side. Now I'm going to use a little bit of core, a little engagement of my abs. because I want to pick up my right foot. Yeah. Yeah, there. Okay. And let's do a little side to side, hip kind of side to side. Feel that action. Yeah. Good. And if it's available to you, my right hand, I'm going to hold on to that left shin. And if it's available to you, my left hand either on that right knee or on that right shin. And then kind of hug those legs together. Hug them together. Relax those shoulders. See if you can keep your tailbone down. And here we go. Let's take 3 breaths. Inhale. One more. Yeah. That's right. Good. Now, I'm going to bring that right foot down. And I'm going to take a little step forward with that right foot. My leg is still, right? My left leg is, I'm still crossed. Open the arms out in a nice T position. Okay. You're going to pick up your hips a little bit off the mat and you're going to swing them to the left. So I'm picking up, I'm pressing into that foot and I'm going to reach my hips over to the left. I'm going to keep my shoulders where they are, my shoulder blades, and now I'm going to allow a spinal twist. So I'm letting now my left hip to come off, and then I'm just going to let it be where it is. My right foot, I can turn it slightly. I'm going to be there. I'm going to breathe into my lower back. So my left hip is off. My ribs are slightly off. I'm going to look over to my left side, and then I'm going to check in with my shoulders and my shoulder blades and just be in your body for a few moments. Good. And bringing your head back to the center. Again, here, I'm going to be aware of bringing that left hip down. So with that same control, I'm going to pick up, right, my foot off, and I'm going to find my place. And then I'm going to lift my hips to come back to the center of the mat and undo my legs. And now take a moment, arms by your side. Take a moment. Where are you? Where are you on the mat? Where is my body? What's going on? Yeah. And let's extend that right leg down on the mat. Nice and long. It keeps lengthening. It keeps growing. Gentle. Ribs relax. Belly button towards your back. Arms by your side. Back of the neck relax. Here we go. Let's float that leg up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Yeah. And if you can keep it straight, that's great. And if not, you soften it. The thing is that you want to be comfy in your body and your hips are relaxed, okay? Yeah, so we're there. And now we're going to do tiny little circles away from the body, right? Let's do about 8. Yeah, you're counting. And let's reverse it. Let's go 1 and 2, very small. Yeah, good. And now you're going to bend the knee. And I'm going to bring my right ankle right over my left thigh, close to the knee. And I'm going to flex that foot. I'm not pointing my foot. I'm keeping it flexed. And I'm going to bring that knee gently towards me. And then I'm just going to let it drop. Let's try that again. So here again, you're checking in that hip socket, right? So you're just bringing that, my left foot is on the mat. And now let's just let that right knee drop to wherever it is. No forcing, no forcing. And let's be with that, right? For a few moments. Check in with your upper body. What about your neck? Good. One more breath here. I want to feel that I'm even on both hips. Now let's cross that leg. cross it. There, okay? Good. On the next breath, let's pick up your left foot. Yes, there. You need a little bit of, core action here. And now my left hand on top of my right shin, my right hand on top either of my left knee or my left shin, whatever is available to you. Make whatever modifications you need to, but hug those legs together. Relax into that. Yes. No forcing. You're in your body. You're letting your body, right, feel and talk to you and give you whatever message it's giving you. Good. Now let's bring that left foot down on the mat and take a little step forward. So we have spacing. And now you can use your arms by your side, but let's pick up, right? Pick up your hips an inch or two off and then swing them over to the right side. To the right side and make whatever adjustments you need, okay? Lift your arms, open them out in a comfortable T position where you feel your shoulders. And on the next breath, I'm gonna pick up my right hip and allow my right knee to come over, spinal twist. But I'm gonna keep my shoulders and my shoulder blades down. My left foot kind of on the side, and you're there. I can look over to the right side, and now I'm gonna take 3, 4 breaths. I'm gonna let you enjoy that moment. Relax your belly. Good. And as you bring your head back to the center, now with that awareness, pick up, right? Relax your right hip. Maybe you need to lift your hips again to bring yourself back to the center and undo your legs. All right. And we're there. We're back to our mat with our feet firmly on the mat. Let's come to your side. So I'm going to come on to my left side. Okay. So facing me, whichever side, as long as you face me. Don't face away from me. Okay. So now we're going to find, the position that works for you. I know that we all have either some shoulder situation, some knee situation, some back. So we all make adjustments. You can extend your arm and rest. And if that's not available to you, you can put a cushion right under your neck, right? To support, you can bring your bottom arm forward and release your head. So bottom arm is facing out. Both knees are bent and the knees are forward on the mat. My torso, right, from my shoulder to my hip is towards the back edge. And I'm going to bring my other arm comfortably over. And now we're going to do a little bit of spinal upper body rotation. We just did lower body. So now we're going to rotate upper body. So I'm going to start lifting this arm. And I'm going to follow that arm. And my arm is relaxed. And as I follow my arm, bottom of the ribcage, this is thoracic rotation. I'm going to take that arm and let it come to where it comfortably, again, find that place. Now check in with your shoulders, right? With your shoulder blades. I'm looking at that arm. It's soft. I'm going to take another breath. I'm hip over hip and knee over knee. And then I'm going to bring that arm gently back and bring it over the other arm, okay? I'm going to give myself a little bit more space here. And here we go. Let's try that again, right? So again, thoracic rotation. I'm going to follow that arm. I'm going to allow my upper torso to down, spinal twist, yeah. And check in, keep knee over knee. Let's take another breath there, inhale. And on the exhale, gently come back through. There we go. And breath. Bring your top arm in front, or now find a place for your head, right? You can support yourself. If not, you have your little cushion. And let's pick up the top leg, yeah? So it's knee over knee and hip over hip. Let's pick it up. And let's do little circular movements here. And just find right over the other hip, small. Just check in again. We're just checking in with different parts of our body. Now let's reverse it. How does that feel? How does your lower back feel with this movement? Yeah, good. And now let's extend it right under your hip. Reach it out. A gentle lift from your core. We're aware that we do need to engage when we stretch also, right? When we find that place. Let's lift the top arm. Maybe you can now reach in opposite directions. Imagine your arm starts at your waist. And I'm extending in one direction, and from my hip, I'm extending in the other direction. Yes. Good. And now bring that knee towards you and give it a good hug. Give it a good hug here. Yes. Good. And then let that go and release. And let's come to the other side. Okay. So again, turn and find your place again. So, like I said before, you can find your position. Oh, I'm sorry. Bottom arm is, and top arm is in front, and you're releasing your head. Both knees are bent. And here we go. Let's rotation, upper body. Follow that arm, soft elbow, breath. Keep knee over knee. Inhale. And then on the exhale, bring it back. The air is so thick. I'm working through very thick air. Yeah. And bring it gently back. Soft elbow. Take another breath. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Yes. Feel your shoulder blades. And let's bring it back. That's right. There we go. Good. And now bring that arm right along the side, okay? You can either bend that bottom arm, or you can now, if you're not using anything, you can, extend. Just, you can keep your head on the cushion if you need to. Now, let's lift the top arm. And just give yourself a gentle stretch. We're going to do it a little differently on this side. And then bring that arm back down and keep that arm right over your hip and pick up. And now let's find that movement in the hip socket. Small, right? Good. And reverse it. Right there, kind of at a 90-degree angle. Yeah. Knee to hip. Good. And now start extending it slowly, right under your hip, right? Keep that hip over the hip. So don't drop your hip back. Keep your hip and let's just get that extension. And now bring that arm. And again, feel that length. Relax your ribs, relax your belly. Just give yourself a good long stretch there. Yeah. And now bend the knee and give yourself a good hug. Give yourself a good hug here. Yes. And then let it go and release. Lovely. Let's come on to all fours. And if you need something for your knees, here's where you either put, again, a blanket, a cushion, whatever, to protect your knees. But we're finding your position on the mat, and we're on all fours. So knee right under your hip. Okay, both knees. Feet relaxed. Hands right, heel of the hand right under the shoulder. Head in line with your spine. So I'm not here. I'm in neutral position. And I'm going to open my fingers nice and wide. So I'm pressing gently through my fingertips and through my finger mounds. And then I'm gently pushing away from the floor. I'm not collapsing. I'm pushing away from the floor, and I'm keeping my upper back, my shoulder blades nice and wide. We're going in for about 3 or 4 rounds of cat-cow. All right, just like we started the class, I'm going to take an exhale here. On the exhale, I'm going to round out that lower back, that mid back, that upper back, and then, yes, I'm going to release the back of my neck. And on the inhale, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to find extension all the way through the crown of the head. Yes. And again, on the exhale, I'm articulating, right? I'm articulating the spine. Yes. All the way through the crown of the head, and inhale, reverse it. Yeah. Good. One more time. On an exhale, that articulation. We want to keep our spine flexible. And inhale. Let's lift the chest as you, right, find extension. And then let it go. Find your neutral position. Let's swing your hips to the left. Let's swing your hips to the right. And now follow it all the way through the crown of the head. So I'm looking over my right. I'm looking over my left. One more time. I'm just swinging those hips. I'm in neutral. There we go. Good. Come back through the center. Let's extend the arms a little forward. Gentle. All right. And now let's reach your hips back. And reach your hips back. And again, whatever modifications you need to make, relax the back of the neck. Yeah. Good. Come back to center. Bring your hands right under your shoulders. Now, I'm going to lift my left arm, and I'm going to do a little upper body rotation. I'm lifting that arm. Yeah, not too, just comfortable. Now, I'm going to bring that arm, and I'm going to bring it through my other arm, threading the needle. Very careful, especially if you have any shoulder issues. And then if you want to release your head onto, right, the side of your head. Yeah, this is not for everybody, okay? Be aware, breathe into that. And then come back and release, okay? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to lift my right arm, and here's that, again, thoracic rotation, right? And then as I bring that arm, I'm going to thread the needle right through that space, and I'm going to allow that to happen. I'm resting my head if it's available to me, right? And I'm just breathing into that. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to come back up. Now, let's bring that left foot forward. So, bring it forward. Right there. So the heel of my foot is right under my knee. I'm going to bring my left hand right there on top. And I'm going to use a little bit of my core to come up and put both hands on top of my knee. Now, both hips are facing forward. My right foot relaxed on the mat. I am using, right, that lift. I'm looping my shoulders. Oh, yes. I'm looking straight ahead. I feel my body nice and upright. Right arm, let's lift it. And see if you can now find a little bit of upper back arc here, right? Maybe looking slightly up. And then release that arm right along the sides of your left toes, fingertips. okay? Because now I'm going to do another rotation as I rotate from my right to my left, and I'm going to lift my left arm to where I can. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Breath. Inhale and exhale, and then bring that left arm right by your big toe of the left foot. Bring that foot back to where it was. And again, we're on all fours. Take a moment, find your breath. And now let's bring your right foot and just grab it if you're there. Find your place. I didn't mention it on the other side, but if you wanted to get a little bit more of a stretch through that groin area, you can always bring this knee slightly further back. Relax your toes, relax, right? And now again, my right hand on top of that right thigh. Use your core to lift. Gently, gently lift your chest, both hands on top of that right thigh, and I'm as upright as I can, shoulders relaxed. All right, here we go. Left arm, let's lift. And again, find that length, a little upper back arc if it's available to you. Yeah, take another breath, inhale, and then on the exhale, bring that arm right alongside of my right toes, and I'm going to rotate. Thoracic rotation. Keep those hips quiet, and we're lifting. Breath. Yes. Inhale and exhale, and then release. Bring your foot back. That's it. And one more time. Reach your hips back. Reach your hips back. Give yourself a gentle stretch. Give yourself a gentle stretch. And then come back up. And let's sit again. And we're going to lie down one more time. So bringing your torso, your buttocks forward, find your way. Find your way. Find your neutral position. Let's pick up your left foot. Let's extend that left leg up. Right? Let's extend your right leg. See if you can extend your right leg. You don't have to extend it all the way. You can actually just slightly bend it, or if it's available to you, you can extend it. But whatever it is, check in with your hips, check in with your upper body, arms by your side, and let's cross that leg. Left leg, just gently cross it over to the right side, okay? Gently cross it. Keep that left hip down. And now bring it slightly away from you, right? So again, movement in the hip, nothing else is happening. I'm just gently crossing it over. Maybe you can feel that stretch through that thigh, right? And then bring it gently away. Now let's add a little circular movement. I'm going to bring it over. Left to right, I'm going to bring it slightly forward, slightly away, and center. Moving in that hip socket, I'm bringing it across, slightly away, and center. Let's do that one more time. So I'm just crossing. I'm not picking up my hips, right? There we go. And now center, soften the knee, and let's point and flex your foot. Here we go. And pointing and flexing, let's articulate that ankle joint. Yeah. Good. And now a soft point and little circles in that ankle joint in one direction and little circles in the other direction. And see if you can wiggle your toes. Yeah, and maybe you can crunch them and then separate. Yes, 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 yes. And then give it a good hug. Give that thigh a good hug and then bring that foot down. Let's pick up your other foot. And again, here you can extend your leg all the way, or you can keep it slightly bent. The thing is that I want you to keep your ribs relaxed, your hips quiet. Okay. And let's extend the leg. And now bring the right leg gently across. I'm not picking up that right hip. I just want to feel that stretch. I want to feel that connection deep in my hip. I want to keep my ribs relaxed. And now let's gently bring it slightly away from you. Yeah, yeah. Bring it across from my right to my left side, and then from my right slightly away. Let's do that one more time. Breath, yeah? And slightly away. Now let's add a little circular movement. I'm bringing it towards my left, slightly forward, slightly away. A big circular movement, right? And around. Let's do that one more time. And now let's reach it in the other direction. 1. And again, 2. Easy, easy in my hips. Yeah. And keeping it right there in front. Let's point and flex that foot. Articulate well. Yeah. 3, 4, and 5. And now a little circular movement in my ankle joint in one direction. And a little circular movement in my other direction. And I'm wiggling those toes. I'm going to crunch my toes, and then I'm going to separate. Yeah, and then I'm going to bend, give it a good hug. Now, hold on to that leg and bring the other one towards you. And let's hold. Right? So my knees are bent, kind of ribs relaxed. I'm holding. I'm going to open my legs apart a little bit, and I'm going to bring them together. I'm going to open them. Elbows are bent, and I'm going to bring them together. Last one. Here we go. Let's just open. And good. Now, see if you can bring your hands on the inside of your thighs and grab maybe your shins. Yeah? So maybe you have to bend the knees a little bit more. And maybe you can grab your ankles. So bend those knees, kind of let them fall towards you. And I'll feel that action. And let's just a gentle side to side, a little rocking, right? Side to side. Good. That's it. Good. Now, if it's available to you, you can keep your hands where they are. But if it's available to you and you can maybe grab your big toe like we did when we started, right? With my, I'm grabbing it with my 2 fingers and then my thumb around. And again, I'm bending my knees close to me and I want to feel that. And then I'm just going to rock. Also, side to side. Breath. And then I'm going to center myself. Maybe I want to extend my left leg out and bring it back in and extend my right leg out and bring it back in. And maybe I want to extend both legs. Yeah, give yourself a gentle stretch there. That's it. Good. There we go. And extend both legs up. Hold on to both legs. Just feel that stretch. And let's bring one foot down. Let's bring the other foot down. We're almost done. We're almost done. One more thing. We're just going to bring your hands by your side, feet imprinted, knees up towards the ceiling, ribs relaxed, belly button towards your back. On the next breath, let's lift the hips up. Press well, and let's pick up those hips. Yeah? And just pick up the hips. Gentle, not too high. Just feel inner thighs, little glute action here. Feel your shoulder blades imprinted, yeah? And if it's okay with you, go ahead and extend the arms and give yourself a stretch there. So the arms are reaching, yeah? Bring your arms down slowly, right? Slowly. Slowly release the hips. Find your neutral. Extend one leg. Extend the other leg. Relax your arms. Just let it go now. Just let it go. Yeah, take that moment now. And there you have it for today. Thank you so much for joining me